급할 필요 없어 my pace 비교 따윈 하지마 천천히 달려도 괜찮아 나의 길을 따라 my life 급한 맘 내려놔 나만 보고 달려가 You ready?
Hey everyone, it's Ezra, listening K-pop and shared love. Okay, so I was hoping to get this reaction out a bit sooner. It's been, well, a few interesting days at home this week in particular. I got makeup and that on because I've been out today because we had a planned power supply interruption. Yeah, I know, that sounds really weird. Anyway, so I'm finally getting a chance to look at Stray Kids' I Am You music video. Now, this is the third installment of what really is the I Am series because we had I Am Who, and now we have I Am You. And I'm really interested to see what this music video is like, especially with the teasers and something that was written in the teasers. You make Stray Kids stay. I think that's it from memory. So I'm really interested to see what this is like. So here we go, everyone. Oh, that, from like the teasers, that kind of footage. Okay, yeah, because it looked like it's following on from My Pace, music video wise. Because they're all in those outfits still. Ooh. Okay, here we go. Kind of like the race is over. They're wondering where everyone's gone. Oh, camera. That kind of links back into District 9. I Am You. Okay, that's interesting rooftop. Like they won the money from the race and kind of like they're making it their home, that rooftop. Refrigerator. I think we know what that is. Ooh. Oh, that's cool. Ooh. Showers. Moving in, by the looks of it. Old school camera. Yeah, there's all the old film in that style film. Ooh. Oh, that's cool. Really. Oh, that's so cool. Ooh. Putting the lights together. Oh, that's a Stray Kids symbol. It's serious but slightly cute, that cat. Oven. I think we know that. Hmm? Oh, they're sleeping on the trampoline. Poor Felix having to power the TV. This is very different sounding, but I love this. Oh, the back of that big open truck. There we go again. At least they're happy. Ooh. I think that's it. They're looking out over that cityscape. Stray kids. Okay, so that's my reaction to I Am You. Now, this one's very different again, because you had the pre-debut stuff, which we all saw and listened to. Then they debuted with District 9, which was very rough, had a darker vibe to it, and was very powerful. Then they came back with My Pace off I Am Who. It was very different again. It was still very strong, powerful, hard-hitting, but it really had a much lighter vibe to it than what District 9, and definitely a lot lighter than what Elevator had. With I Am You, they've definitely kept with that lighter vibe, but it is different again. It is not as hard-hitting as like My Pace or District 9 was, but I don't think that's a bad thing with this one. Hang on a sec. Okay, sorry about that. I still had to make sure my phone was recording then, because I just had a message come in the middle of that, so I just had to check. Okay, so as I was saying, so it's very different again, and with I Am You, it's a little bit more of a song that I think it resonates a bit more with the fans because of that line that was put into the teaser videos, you make stray kids stay. Because it's like you, and especially that you and I, and just like I am you, you are me. You really get that feeling that, you know, just trying to word this. I'm really tongue-tied and a little bit tired. What's the best way to word this? Okay, so I am you, but as in, it's just really hard to explain. It's one of those songs you really need to go and look through, like the translation of the lyrics to really be able to understand and explain. Because I can kind of understand, but I just can't really explain the lyric-wise what I'm picking up out of this. It's still a really beautiful song. I love the setting too. It's really interesting because it's done on a rooftop, but it's kind of a bit of a house kind of thing. Like they're all kind of living on the rooftop. And like I said, it continues on from the end of My Pace where they were all in that race. So it's kind of like, you know, they got to the end of that part. They're moving on from that part, but like they, with the big silver suitcase at the beginning, it's like, did they win the money from the race? And also, I did like that slide because like they had that at the beginning, that footage like towards the end of My Pace, and also the dun 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 dun, dun. And also like the bit of a throwback to District 9 with the whole camera thing too, and getting pulled off the whole wall and just left as it's turning off. That's really good. It kind of, to a point, it ties back into both those eras slightly. I'll probably know more once I've looked at the lyrics of this and gone through the album too. But setting wise, I love it how it's on a rooftop and you've got many different perspectives and different aspects of it, because you can't go like the kitchen, the bathroom with the showers, I guess you'd call it living room with the lounge and that. I like that at one point Felix is riding the bike to power the TV and that, and the lights. And I like that instead of a bat signal, like, you know, if you're calling Batman, you got a stray kid signal being shot into the air. That was so cool. Colour scheme wise, there was a lot of like black, white, grayscale, but not necessarily black and white to a point, just more variations in the grayscale. But that was more due to the fact it was set city-wise, but it was more focused on the roof, and there were a lot of different aspects of it, and many props that were either dulled, like colour-wise, they were old, faded, you know, make it seem like they've been there a while, or they had picked some odd bits and pieces out that were bright, like the lounge. Despite the fact it was an old kind of ratty looking lounge, it was still very like brightly coloured in bright like orangey brown colours, so it did stand out a fair bit. The most thing that stood out most was what the boys were wearing. They were still brighter colours, but they weren't like real popping colours. They were slightly dulled, had a bit of an aged look to them, and that the dancing was really good. What you saw of it, this is one I'm really going to can't wait to see what the live performance of this one is. And just overall, there were just so many intricate things, like they're sleeping on the trampoline. That was so cool, because like they're asleep and you're watching it as it's pulling back up. You're thinking, oh, maybe they're sleeping on a whole heap of mattresses. No, they're sleeping on a trampoline and there's a whole heap of clothes underneath. That was so cool. and just little things like that. And I think it was Chan towards the beginning, I could be wrong here, like he's leaning up against that wall, but it's drawn in chalk that he's sitting on a chair and there's a big like palmed pot plant next to him. That was so cool. Overall, this is a really it's a beautiful song. It's very different. I got a funny feeling this song probably might get a bit of hate because it's very different to what we've gotten from Stray Kids. Like, we've had other stuff that has a slightly softer sound as this song does, but for it to be like the title, for it to be the song that they are promoting, I think this could be very interesting what people's reactions will be, because honestly, it's not as hard hitting, but it is at the same time. It's still them, it still sounds like them. It's just something different, and I think it's good because, like with My Pace, it kind of transitioned out of that slightly darker, grittier, hard-hitting stuff. It was very hard-hitting, but it had a lighter vibe, which I really liked, as this one. This one's kept that lighter vibe. It's a lot more sweet and beautiful, but it's not so hard-hitting in your face. But I think that's what really makes this song and music video. It's softer, but it's a lot sweeter too at the same time because of it. I hope you understand some of that rambling I've just said, because it's been a long day, and if I don't do this now, I don't know when I'm going to get a chance in the next week to look at this. So this is Ezra, everyone. Listen, love, share love. And like I said, this is my own opinion here. Some people, I think, will dislike this song, and some people won't. So like I said, this is my own opinion. You can either take it or leave it. So see you, everyone.